Valley Club, managing your resources properly in Marvel Strike Force is one of the more important things to do. Putting your resources into the wrong character or team can set you back weeks, even months. So in this video, we're going to talk about the only 10 teams that you need to win in Marvel Strike Force right now. And if you're ready for it, you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. Hope you're having a great day. In this video, we're going to talk about the only 10 teams that you need to win in Marvel Strike Force right now. And if you get some value from this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, to ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new video goes up. At least 5 pieces of Marvel Strike Force content every single week on this channel. But before we begin this countdown, I do want to talk about the Hellfire Club. They are going to be a raid team, and they are going to specialize in a raid, specifically an upcoming new raid that will reveal very soon. And I think myself and a lot of community is expecting this is going to replace a Spotlight raids, which now require 2 teams, the Uncanny Avengers and the Alpha Flight. So I'm assuming that this Hellfire Club is replacing the Alpha Flight. If we get news that they are replacing the Extreme X-Men, then this list will be a little different, and I'll talk about that. But let's talk about the first team, the Uncanny Avengers. These guys are required for the Spotlight raids, and regardless of what raid is being replaced when the new raid comes, Spotlight or Chaotic Storm, these guys are not going to be replaced in the Spotlight. It's either going to be Alpha Flight for the Spotlight raids or the Extreme X-Men in the Chaotic Storm. These guys are going to be required. In my opinion, raid teams are required. Now, we do have some additional value. Jean Grey is great in the Professor X saga, great option there. And some of these Avengers split off into the Immortal X, or some of the X-Men split off to the Immortal X-Men for Cosmic Crucible, and they will be getting a new member, Rachel Summers, which will fit onto a few different teams. And then we have the Mighty Avengers that Hercules Falcon splits off to for War, along with a few other characters there. So this team does have some additional value, and yeah, they're required for the raid. So what else can be said? They're required, guys. If you're doing the raids, unless someone in your raid in your alliance is carrying you, you don't have to build this team. But if you are responsible for your lanes, then this is a required team. Next team is the Astral team. These guys are Battle World specialists, but they also have some callouts to War and are very, very good in Cosmic Crucible. We have some additional value for Shadow King, Emma Frost, Ancient One, split off into different game modes, into different teams. Very, very good team here. Now, I do want to warn you guys, don't over-invest in these teams, especially if you have Null already at 7 stars, because we do know September is planned for a new version of Battle World. And while this Astral team may be pretty good in Battle World, they're not designed for the Void Century boss that we're going to be fighting. They're designed to beat Null. Once the Null boss is going away, they're going to lose a lot of value in Battle World. But these guys, not just Battle World, they also have some extended bonuses in other game modes. I know before we had the Fantastic Four, Emma Frost was a arena character and was involved in arena meta as well. So while these guys are a good team, I would caution against investing too much in the Astral team. All right, and we're in a kind of a weird spot right now on the list. I did have the Annihilators here initially, because they, even though they fell out of the arena meta, Fantastic Four has replaced them. They are still good in multiple game modes. Endgame Thanos is still a problem. Gladiator is one of the tougher tanks to get around, and Gore removing charges is very, very annoying. So you could replace this team with the Annihilators, and especially if we get word that the Hellfire Club is replacing both mutant raid teams in both Chaotic Storm and Spotlight. But for now, I'm gonna have the Extreme X-Men here. If you take out Cyclops, put Old Man Logan in this spot, they are still very good in the Chaotic Storm raids, assuming that you have Old Man Logan. And if we get word that the Hellfire Club is replacing the Extreme X-Men and we still need that trashy Alpha Flight team, then I would still put the Annihilators here, not the Alpha Flight. At this point, I don't think it's worth building them. Hopefully someone in your alliance can carry you through that section of the raids. But yeah, Extreme X-Men / Annihilators in this spot, guys. A lot of this is dependent on what exactly Hellfire Club is going to be replacing, or exactly which raid they're going to be replacing. All right, I'm back to this main list without any replacements here. Starjammers, very good Cosmic Crucible team. If you want Professor X, you need to have Lalandra unlocked. So this team, in my mind, just because of that Professor X requirement, this team is a requirement because of that Professor X unlock from Lalandra. Havoc is very good in multiple game modes. Howard the Duck is good in multiple game modes. I'm actually thinking of taking one of these guys into the Professor X saga for the Global Heroes, the last section there, just because I know the Fantastic Four is great, but they're all bio. So I'm going to take few of these characters in, but very, very good in Cosmic Crucible. They could beat most meta defenses. There may be some weird hybrid teams that these guys can't beat, or some weird room rules that these guys can't overcome, but in most situations, these guys will smash a lot of the defenses that you see in Cosmic Crucible. All right, we're back to raid teams, guys. Orcus is the oldest non-X-Men team in the Chaotic Storm raids. They are still very good. They're not as widely used in all game modes as they were before. They're okay in Cosmic Crucible. I still see them on defense, a lot of Cosmic Crucible matches, but they are kind of walked over at this point. Still pretty good in war, but that raid requirement needed for that tech section raids make this, in my mind, one of the teams that you need to have in Marvel Strike Force now. And the Thunderbolts are getting more and more valuable. I think a lot of people were a little disappointed comparing the Thunderbolts to the Vigilantes. Vigilantes, right upon arrival, were valuable in a lot of game modes. This team, they took a little stars to realize their value in war and Cosmic Crucible. They are still pretty good in those game modes. Not as good in Cosmic Crucible, not as good in war, but because they are the bio raid solution, they are required for that. And then they could give you some other uses in war, Cosmic Crucible, but not really gonna use them too much in the arena. Probably not using too much in Battle World unless there's like some specific tags that these guys have, but they're pretty good. Songbird's probably the best of the bunch on this team and does a lot of damage, and will probably be the one character from this team that gets on a few hybrid teams outside of the mode. We will see though, but as of right now, Thunderbolts is a required team. These Night Stalkers, they were good on arrival. Blades Mechanic opening up with his Strong Strum ultimate, reducing through turn meter, big AoE attack followed by Oath, and then that rework that Agatha Harkness got to be on this team, very, very strong. Lots of damage, turn meter manipulation, and is very good not only in the raids, obviously, because they're a raid team, but Cosmic Crucible, maybe not this full team, but at least Blade and Oath, and maybe Agatha, and then maybe Man-Thing as well, because he is a taunter. It's very, very good in Crucible, and will give you value in war as well. So Night Stalkers, in my opinion, is one of the required teams that you need to build to win in Marvel Strike Force right now. And the latest team in Marvel Strike Force that wasn't supposed to be in the game yet, but they are in the game. It is the Hellfire Club. They are gonna be a new raid team. We don't know what raid they're replacing. They may be replacing both Extreme X-Men and the Alpha Flight, like I said, for both Spotlight and Chaotic Storm. I'm expecting they definitely will be replacing Spotlight, but in case we get some surprises, I did leave a few options for that Extreme X-Men spot. But as far as Hellfire Club, they are a team that you need to build. Now, initially, you might not be able to get the reds or the stars on them if you're free to play, but as soon as you get them unlocked, put your resources into this team. I like that they have callouts to other teams as well. Azazel, their Curse team, Rachel Summers, the Immortal X-Men. Sebastian Shaw is just a good character. Is going to be useful a lot of places. Emma Frost, her passive stays the same, so all she really needed was a stat upgrade, and that's what she got. So she's going to be valuable in a lot of game modes. And then the war bonuses that Battle and Prior got in war defense, all game modes now. So she's going to be doing a lot of damage in a lot of game modes. This is going to be a very strong team, and expecting them to have value in multiple game modes, kind of like the Uncanny Avengers. And my favorite team right now is the Vigilantes. I like these guys. They are from day one great in the raids, great in Cosmic Crucible, great in war. We have that reworked to Punisher that gave them so much extra extra damage. Silver Sable's ult is a game changer, totally changed the tide of battle when she gets her ult off. And Hitmonkey adds some stuns, adds a lot of damage. Daredevil gives them some protection, and then Lecture in the raids gives them a lot of ability energy. So this team just works out very well in a lot of game modes. If you're using this team outside of the raids, you might want to place Electra, but yeah, build these guys. They're going to give you value in multiple game modes. They are well worth your investment, guys, because multiple game modes, investing in just this team will get you value in Cosmic Crucible. It will give you value in War, and obviously in the raids. I don't think they're going to be extended to the arena, but once in a while there's call outs in Battle World, and these guys will smash whatever you bring them into Battle World for. So yeah, Vigilantes, one of the top teams in the game, and the top team in the game is the latest arena team in my opinion. And for right now, that is the Fantastic Four MCU. Now, Human Torch thing, you're probably not going to invest in them for arena, but they're going to be giving a lot of these full team bonuses to the Fantastic Four in War and Cosmic Crucible. Usually the arena team lasts for about a year and are going to be good in multiple game modes. That's what happened to the Annihilators. That's what happened to Secret Defenders. So that is probably what's going to happen to the Fantastic Four MCU as well. Now, the main arena team is Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic, and Franklin Richards. If you're in the end game, you're probably going to be using Odin and Null. If you have Professor X, you're replacing probably Odin with Professor X and having Null and Professor X in the team. If you're a newer player, you're probably still using Human Torch and a Thing in the arena meta. And if you're somewhere in the mid game, you're probably using some combination of the team that I mentioned there. So very, very good team. Franklin Richards and his new Silence Battlefield effect, or new status effect, Silence, very, very strong. Should shut down Odin, which who has been in the meta for a while. Protection from Mr. Fantastic, damage from Invisible Woman, and pulling everybody together. This team is very, very good. And then if you're using them outside of arena, big damage from Human Torch, big damage and control from the Thing. So these are the only teams that you need to invest in right now. But there are a lot of characters without full teams, so I do want to give these guys a brief mention, even though they're not really on a team. Mephisto, Odin, Super Skrull is still worth building. Dr. Doom, maybe for Danger Room if you take that really, really seriously. He's kind of fun to use in that mode. Obviously, if you have Professor X, you're going to build him up and use him in multiple game modes. And not on the Mythic tag, but Old Man Logan is still worth building. He is a strong character, and even with pretty airy stats, still is involved in the meta all these months later. So these are some other non-team characters that you can build. Ultimus, Kestrel, and Ultron probably not giving you a lot of value. So that Valley Club was the list of the only 10 teams that I think you need to build to win in Marvel Strike Force right now. Obviously, if you're a little newer, don't have access to some of these teams, you may need to build some previous teams like maybe Spider Society until you get access to some of these more recent teams. But once you get access to these teams, if you're a newer player, build these and don't invest in the old teams until these teams are built. Hopefully you did get some value from this video, and if you did, leave it a like. Check out some of the other videos on the channel, and if you want to see every character in Marvel Strike Force ranked from best to worst, check out the video up there, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out. Take care, guys.